Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. We are at almost the end of January. I mean, can you believe it? Today is the 25th, and if you get paid on the 25th like I do, it'll be a good day. I can't believe we're well into January and almost at the end of month 1 of this year. And sure, what a year it's been already. Although I must be honest, I have had quite a nice January. It hasn't been insane, it hasn't been hectic, and as intense as last year was, I'm really glad that it's been a smooth intro into 2019. A good intro, but smooth, which has been quite refreshing, to be quite honest. So we're into Jan, and as I said in my last video, that I'm going to follow a little bit of a different format. So I'm going to give you a little update on what's been going on. Then I'm going to go very much into confidence tips and leadership tips for you. And I also thought of giving you 2 of my favorites. I think I did it in my last video. And I'm going to do 2 of my next favorites that I've been enjoying for the last 2 months. So a little bit of an update. Last video and this entire month really, I have been talking a lot around setting yourself up and getting yourself on track for a good year. And I mentioned that I've been doing the Mindset Reset Challenge from Mel Robbins, and it's been really interesting and really good, and lots of tips and stuff that she shares there. And you can actually join up for that at any time. It didn't start on the 1st of Jan and you can't join it. I think you can still join it. You just get sent the flow of the videos in the order from when you sign up. So if you're wanting to still start that, go for it. But what I had done in the last video was I gave you the 5 goals that I was going to be working on, and I had used her categories to do that. So I thought I would start this video with a little update on how I've been doing and how I've been keeping on track and where I'm at really. So if we have a look at those 5, the first one was around, well, the 5 were, the last one was self-worth, which was really interesting. There was work, there was my body, there was love, and there was money. How can I forget that on payday? Love, I had said to you I wanted to be more open and talk more to Andy specifically, but also to my loved ones, and also talk around what I'm feeling, as opposed to just keeping quiet about it and leaving things at that. I have definitely been talking more to Andy, talking his ear off sometimes. I'm sure you must be thinking, what the hell is going on here? But I have been talking more. It's hard work for me. I'm not used to it. As I had said before, I just kind of get on with things and do what I need to do. So I'm making a conscious effort to stop and talk and tell him what's going on and what I'm doing. So not big things, but everything. So when we were on holiday, obviously it is a lot easier because you're together and you talk about so much more, I think. With work, you come back and then you have to make sure you make time for each other in the evening, right? So I have definitely been doing that and making a conscious effort about it. And I'm loving it actually. It's really been awesome. I feel like I'm being so much more inclusive, and I enjoy that. I like knowing what's going on. And I think that was one of the biggest shifts I made for myself, was I had said, well, you like knowing what's going on and you feel left out when he doesn't tell you things, so imagine how he must feel. So maybe he doesn't, but I applied it as if you get what you give, right? And if I want to be told things, I should tell. So that's what I've been doing. On the money front, as I said, it's January. Everybody spends more money in Christmas holidays than they probably plan to, but that's not a bad thing. I've had a lot of calls through the Joyful Company that I've been doing, and I've been enjoying connecting with so many people and hearing how I can help them transform and how I can help them just in general to make those changes or build up their confidence or point out certain things to them that we tend to forget because it's us and we don't like talking about ourselves. So I know that the business is on the right track, and I'm really enjoying where it's at. So yeah, the money plan and the abundance that I wanted is in the flow, which has been fantastic. Then in terms of my body, I had said to you I wanted to be lean and trim, and I've been doing a lot of work on that. I've done my 10-day reset, another reset plan from my trainer, Lance Jacobson. He has a brand called 180 Degrees, and he put me and Linda onto the 10-day reset, and I finished it at the beginning of the week, and then he made me make it a 14-day reset. So today is the last day. I've definitely lost weight. I've definitely sized down in my clothes. I can feel it, so I'm really happy. And yeah, I'm just going to now keep focused and go into the next phase of his plan so that I can get down to the weight that I want to get to. So that's been going really, really well. I think January is easy to do that kind of stuff because you come off a great holiday and we're all feeling a little bit more indulged than before, so it helps. And I always find that if there's something that you really want and you spend some money on it and you actually invest in yourself, you tend to stick to the plan a bit more than when you're trying to do it on your own. And this comes to trying to achieve your goals, as I've spoken about before, but specifically in the body sections. If you go to a nutritionist or you're at a trainer or you invest in a gym contract, that's when you're investing money, so you're less likely to give up. And that's why the whole idea of having somebody help you stay accountable helps you stay to your goals. So Lance definitely helps me stay on mine. And then the last one is self-worth, which was the one I was most excited about, if you remember. And so I have been reading tons of books. I mean, over December time I read more than ever. And as you all know, I don't read, I listen to Audible. So I make sure that I have tons of time for that. And I spend my time being motivated and kept on track, not only through the coaches that I have in my life, but also through the books that I read. They keep me motivated, and I pick topics and books based on helping me with my next steps. And my big challenges for the month of January, for the whole year, probably for my whole life, are all about knowing that I'm good enough, that I'm worth it, and that I've got this. And those are 3 big sentences for me, and those are the ones that I've been working on. And over January I've really come to terms with the fact that I always used to say it was about being good enough, and I definitely think there is an element of that, but mine comes down to worthiness, and being worthy of people investing in me, or worthy of the job that I'm given, or worthy of wearing my wedding and engagement ring. I worry about that so much, and that's the big part that I'm going to work on, is knowing that I'm worthy. I do know that I'm worthy before anybody starts rolling their eyes, but we doubt ourselves, as we all do. So that's the biggest part that I'm going to be working on. I feel like I've done quite a lot in Jan and coming to some serious realizations on the work I need to do, which is a good thing. It's part of achieving my goals. And that is what I'm going to focus on next. So now to your confidence tip. I wanted to talk today about the fact that you need to show up when you're invited. You don't get invited to things to keep quiet. You don't get invited to not engage. You don't get invited because people don't want to hear about you or hear from you. When you get invited to a friend's house for dinner, it's because they enjoy your company, right? You get invited to a meeting or a workshop because they want you to contribute. They want you to play a part in what the decisions are, have opinions, talk about things, engage, discuss, debate, whatever it is. So when you're invited somewhere, don't arrive and just sit in the corner and be quiet. That's not what you're there for. You have to show up. Now, part of that, and the confidence part in that, is knowing that you've been invited. That's step 1. They want you there. They want you to contribute. So build yourself up and know that they want you. And that should help build your confidence, and that should help you open your mouth. So there's your confidence tip. And then to your leadership tip. Now, your leadership tip for this video is about being present. Now, this is something that I learned, and it clicked for me in such a big way when I went on the leadership course that I was sent to in Paris. Apart from it being in Paris, it was a wonderful course. And this whole idea of being present was like an illuminating light that went off in my head. Being present is so important. If you are present in a meeting, you can see what's going on. You can see when you lose a person. You can see when someone's upset. You can see when the direction is changing. When you're half on your laptop, half on your phone, reading a message from someone, thinking about what you're going to have for lunch, that means you're not being present. You're not fully present. You're there, but you're not fully present. And if you're not fully present, you cannot work on what is going on in the room. And you cannot make sure the outcome is what you need it to be. Now, if there is one thing that you do this year, it is that you need to learn to be present. So now, what is being present? When you arrive in a meeting, put your phone onto silent first of all. Put it on the table in front of you. And really, try not to look at it. It's one meeting. If you really, really pay attention in that meeting, you will get so much out of it that you won't have to redo anything after that, or check in with people, or know that you need to follow up and make sure you're all on the same page. If you're all present in that meeting, you will know you're all on the same page and what needs to happen. Another thing about being present is being able to listen. Now, we can listen and we can listen. You can listen to be deciding what you're going to answer next. You can listen, half be reading your phone. You can listen to really hear what people are saying, because by really hearing what they say and interpreting and understanding where it's coming from can help you make the right decisions for this, whatever that topic is in that meeting. So being present is a skill that you have to practice, and I encourage everyone to do that. Just if you take your laptop to a meeting, keep it closed. Keep your phone turned over and on silent. Sit and engage with people by listening with your eyes, your ears, your body language, with everything. Be present. It makes the other people in the room also know how important they are to you and the discussion that you've invited them to, especially if it's your meeting and you're holding it. And if you're not holding the meeting and you've been invited, you need to show up. And showing up is not sitting on your phone. And now to my two favorites. My two favorites for this month are, the first one is my shelves behind me. I have spent some time over the Christmas holidays redoing them. And I also spent quite a bit of time on this shelf here specifically. Now, I'm very, very lucky to have the name Joy. So I bought a whole lot of books with the name Joy in it. And relevant to the stuff I enjoy and read. I mean, I didn't just buy them for the sake of buying them, but there's quite a lot, thankfully, with my name in. So just starting with I Choose Joy, and the Chief Joy Officer was another one that I really enjoyed. There's the Book of Joy by the Dalai Lama. There's Joyful, there's Awakening Joy, and I just absolutely loved the fact that I could build a whole shelf around books that were relevant to what I do, and that had my name in it, and I thank my mom and dad every day for my name. So that was my first favorite, and it all comes down to me using books to motivate myself and stay on track. I really enjoy it. The second one that I really love is my Mont Blanc pen set, it's pen and pencil set. And weirdly enough, I realized this morning as I was starting this video that I had sent my pen in to be fixed because the little slide at the end that you can stick it onto things had broken. So I sent it off to Mont Blanc and they are in the process of fixing it. But the pen specifically I got from a whole lot of my friends at one of my birthdays, so it has very special meaning for me. And I think a year later I bought the pencil to go with it. I keep it in a little pouch, and I carry them everywhere and I use them everywhere. And so I'm definitely not the person who's losing their pen all the time or wondering where it is, because I hold them very dear and they're always with me. And I just feel like they're great presents, first of all, if you're looking for a really special present for someone, but it's also nice to feel like special when you're writing, and I really enjoy writing. So those are my two favorites for this week. Right, so everything that I have spoken about is linked below for you, so you can pop down there and click on the links to see what it is. If you haven't hit subscribe to this channel before, please hit subscribe now. Give me a thumbs up if you like it, It's always nice to know when there's someone enjoying the content that I'm giving. And yeah, if you have any questions or any comments on my confidence and leadership tips, please drop them in the comments below and I will do my best to come back to you. Otherwise, head over to any of my social platforms and you can find tons of confidence and leadership content there. Otherwise, have a lovely Friday and enjoy your payday. Bye.